This was not supposed to be today's video. Today's video was supposed to be about my Premier League predictions. All of my plans changed when I saw this comment on my video. And then a few of you messaged me about it as well. So all of y'all are responsible for this. Thank you. Anyway, I'm Denver. This is the League FC. Let's get into it. Check out the new Champions League side panel brought to you by the comment section. Look at it. It's blue. Okay, so let's talk about Real Madrid. Yes, they played against Shaktar Donetsk without Sergio Ramos and Carvajal. But Shaktar Donetsk were missing 13 first-team players. The only two recognizable names were Tete and Malos. And even without 13 first-team players, Shaktar Donetsk took Real Madrid apart in that first half. Real Madrid players looked like they didn't know what the plan was, what they had to do next. They were just lost on the field. On the positive side for Real Madrid, they looked like a completely different team in the second half. Benzema came on for Rodrigo and they just started ticking on. The centre backs looked more assured and more confident, and the midfield was better on the ball. Modric then scored an absolute worldie to bring Real Madrid back to 3-1, and then Vinicius Jr. came on later and scored another goal. Fede Valverde did have another goal scored, but it was ruled offside, and I do agree with the referee's decision. Even without VAR, I do think that should have been given. At the end of the game, Real Madrid lose 3-2, and it's not looking good for them, with talks coming out of the Spanish capital that Madrid might want to sack Zidane. I don't think it will happen, and I really don't think they should do it right now, especially with El Clasico coming up this weekend. And it gets even worse for Real Madrid fans because Barcelona just beat Ferencváros 5-1. And yeah, you'll say Shakhtar Donetsk is better than Ferencváros, but is Shakhtar Donetsk without 13 players better than Ferencváros? Standard performers for Barcelona included Ansu Fati, Leo Messi, Fabio Trincao, Ousmane Dembele, so it's looking good for them. Dembele actually came on off the bench, scored and assisted. Messi scored, it was a penalty, but he did get an assist and he was pulling strings from midfield, and Ansu Fati looks on terrific form. After a long time, Barcelona actually played like you would expect Barcelona to play. So Barca fans should be happy about that, especially with El Clasico coming up. Piqué did get a red card and Ferencváros did get a penalty, but it didn't make much of a difference to the game. Dembele, Messi, Ansu Fati just took control of that entire game and made sure Barcelona went through. Alright, on to surprise result number 1 of the weekend. Lazio versus Borussia Dortmund. Lazio had won only one of their last 4 league games, while Borussia Dortmund won 3 of their last 4. So it wasn't looking good for Lazio going into the game, but during the game was a different story. Immobile, Lucas Leiva, Luis Alberto put in some awesome performances. They looked like the better team throughout the 90 minutes, and it was really surprising to see them just push Dortmund back. Immobile scored 1 goal, assisted 1 goal, and there was an unfortunate own goal coming off of hits. And of course, Borussia Dortmund got 1 goal back, and of course, it was Erling Haaland, and it was a great goal. But not good enough. Lazio beat them 3-1, and they'd just beaten the favorites in their group to go through, and Lazio should be liking their chances in advancing in the Champions League this year. And on to surprise result number 2 of the week. And I know this is why you guys wanted me to do the video. You want me to say nice things about Manchester United. And you know what? Yeah, Manchester United were good. They had a game plan. They wanted to sit back and catch PSG on the counter-attack, and they did that very efficiently. Standout performers for Manchester United: Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Axel Tuanzebe, even though that one tackle on Kylian Mbappe probably should have been a penalty. Anthony Martial had a good game. Bruno Fernandes had a good game. Marcus Rashford had another very good game as well. Anthony Martial won a penalty early on in the game for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes stepped up and he missed the first shot, and goal number 2 was scored by Anthony Martial. Unfortunately, he scored for the wrong side. It was a very unlucky deflection that took the ball into the net, giving Paris Saint-Germain a level scoreline. But of course, Marcus Rashford did what Marcus Rashford does, and that is bomb down that left-hand side with an immense amount of pace and then score. And he did, giving Manchester United the win. This is a big win for Manchester United, seeing that they're in the group of death, and they just beat PSG away from home. Does this mean Ollie's at the wheel again? Did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer put on a master class? No. He just has really good players, man. And a free bit of information, while on international duty, Bruno Fernandes told the Portuguese media that he doesn't have any faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Alright, now on to the big result of the week. Bayern Munich absolutely demolished Atletico Madrid 4-0. Watching Bayern Munich right now is a completely different experience to watching any other football team. Everyone on the Bayern Munich team looks more fit than everyone else. They look more ready to compete than anyone else, and they look more hungry than anyone else. They are so imposing on the field that players just move out of the way. Let me give you an example of how good Bayern Munich is. Their player of the match against Atletico Madrid was Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman probably doesn't start for Bayern Munich's best 11 because Serge Gnabry and Leroy Sané play for them. They were just that good. They took Atletico Madrid down with ease. In the first half, Coman scored and then Goretzka scored. It looked like Atletico Madrid were panicking, and between the 40th and the 45th minute, they had 3 yellow cards. After the second half began, the match was over by the 65th minute when Tolisso scored the third goal. The goal, by the way, was an absolute belter from the edge of the box. Coman did score a fourth goal for Bayern Munich, and well, that was all she wrote. Bayern Munich looked very strong, and Atletico Madrid honestly looked like they were missing Thomas Partey quite a lot. It's very hard to say that any team at all can retain the Champions League title, but if Bayern Munich can keep up their play style and this intensity for a long time, there's no one that can say that Bayern Munich can't do it. Alright, quickfire reactions from this week's action. Juventus get an easy 2-0 win away to Dynamo Kiev, and Chelsea surprisingly have a 0-0 draw with Sevilla. Good news for Chelsea fans, they finally have a clean sheet. Inter and Borussia Mönchengladbach had a very tense 2-2 draw. Manchester City beat Porto 3-1. It was a roller coaster of emotions for Manchester City. On a high because Sergio Aguero returned to the team, fit from injury, and on a low because Fernandinho got injured towards the end of the match, which probably wasn't good for them. Finally, Liverpool played their first game without Virgil van Dijk, and it was a 1-0 win, and it was because of an own goal, but everyone in Liverpool should be really happy that they kept a clean sheet without Van Dijk in the side, right? Okay, that's the Champions review. We have some really amazing games coming up this weekend. We have Arsenal versus Leicester City, Manchester United versus Chelsea, the El Clasico with Barcelona taking on Real Madrid. So get your predictions in the comment section. I'm going to go with Arsenal, Manchester United, and Barcelona winning all 3 of those games. Tell me what you think, and maybe leave your scores down in the comment section. Alright, so our Premier League predictions video is coming up, and I will see you in the next video when we will be talking about this weekend's action. Till then, like, share, and subscribe. See you later. Immobile put in an amazing performance. Lucas Leiva put in an amazing performance. Luis Alberto put in an amazing...